ETH, we start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if you refer to our analysis in my last video, we mentioned one of the options we can have entry above the top. And as we can see, the price chart tag, there was no continuation. This is where we should take out the trade. That means even if anyone get the trade, the best thing is we take out the trade in the small profit, small loss. No one see what's the next, because as we can see, if we refer to the indicators, as we can see, as long as the price increasing, I mean, moving up, maintaining the upward, but we see that we have a divergence. That's why it's not really a good idea to keep the trade. Okay, traders either they should take it in the small loss or break even. Anyway, we move to daily chart. Still, we can look for continuation, but the way it's moving is quite corrective, and even we can see based on daily chart and right, the only things we're looking for, we want to see the breakout of the previous top. Okay, anyway, we don't have anything to discuss based on daily chart. And if we move to forward chart, the only things I mentioned in my last analysis, we have been looking for this three waves structure, and right now we need to see the breakout of the previous top where the price right now is. It is, if the price continue break, then we can look for continuation. Okay, and even if the price doesn't break, if we get a deeper correction here, is good for us. We can expect the price for continue. Okay, but buying at the right now is not really good idea, since we don't have any correction, and even we don't have any trade setup. Then we have nothing to discuss based on forward chart. Okay, and as I mentioned, the best things is if we can get the correction here. If we get the correction, then we can look for buy for continuation. If not, having a having a trade, as long as the price haven't broke the top, is not really good idea, because in the bigger picture we can this one can turn to a correction for price to drop. Anyway, we are not going into the details, and as I mentioned, we shouldn't be in the trade since we have a divergence. And what I'm looking for, I'm looking for the correction. If I get the correction here, then from there we can look for the next trade, either by looking for the trade setup or having entry above the top. And we have nothing to discuss since the way is moving is quite reversal, quite corrective. Mostly I'm looking for a bigger correction. If I want to look for trade, I prefer to get the deeper correction, because if we get the deeper correction, it can give us a confirmation for continuation. Rather than that, any small flag we can look for continuation, but it's short-term trade. Okay, right now we don't have any trade setup. The only thing is we need to be aware of the divergence, and beside that, whoever had the entry above the top right now, the best thing is they should take out the trade. If they can in the break even is really good, and we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.